sure hope this rant gets more views than my last one. Hi there, and welcome to the Jersey Shore Rant. For those of you who don't know the characters of Jersey Shore, I'm really only touching on Snooki, which I won't be touching on anymore, and the character called The Situation. Yeah, The Situation. That's his name. And I'll be talking about him soon. Okay. I realized that I actually didn't touch on Snooki or the show itself at all. But all I was going to say is Snooki is a crybaby, and I really don't get the appeal of the show. I mean, if I wanted to see a girl named Snooki get punched out in a bar, I'd go to a bar. Okay, now more focusing on the people rather than the show itself. If you saw the roast of Donald Trump, you'll know that The Situation is not made for comedy at all. I have a list of some of his jokes here. First he said, "Whitney, you look like the chicks I used to bang before I had all this money. You're a guy, right?" He went on to say, on the Jersey Shore, we call ugly chicks grenades, but I wouldn't call you a grenade because you're not blowing up anytime soon." Now, the funniest part of The Situation set was actually not even something said by The Situation. The Situation said that him and Jeff Ross, who was the roast master, have something in common. It was both of their first nights doing comedy. And then good old Jeff Ross stood up and said, "It's also your last night, just so you know." So bravo and thank you, Jeff Ross, for bringing some kind of comedy to The Situation set. The Situation went on to say, "Donald Trump is always firing people, but that's okay, because he completely let himself go anyway." Is that even a joke? The Situation then called Donald Trump a pork chop and said he had to hit the gym. Now, this is just ridiculous. They're getting somebody named The Situation from Jersey Shore, who is not funny at all, to do comedy? This guy is on talk shows and he's terrible on all of them. And they decided, hey, he wants to do this roast of Donald Trump. And they decided to let him. Nextly, The Situation said to Donald Trump, "Everything in your house is gold. Who the fuck decorated your house? Flava Flav's dentist?" Not that bad of a joke, I'll remember, but terrible in comparison to everybody else's jokes. And actually at this point, Snoop Dogg lit up a Colt or a cigar or something. I don't blame him. It was boring. It was just boring. The Situation blew it right away after that with possibly the worst part of the entire set, where he said, "Your wife married you for love. She loves money." Now, how cliche is that? Okay, I've been told it might be a little fair if I try to say something good about The Situation, so I will. It's, Oh, no wait, that was Ben Stein. Alright, we're not gonna get anywhere here, so let's just move on, shall we? After he said the wife loves you because loves money, whatever, everybody, including myself at home, started booing him. I was throwing popcorn at the TV. It was terrible. Terrible. I thought he was going to get booed off stage and we'd finally be relieved. But Jeff Ross, being the roast master, tried to make the boos calm down. And then The Situation ended up calling Donald Trump Donald Chump. And not on purpose, by accident. He said Donald Chump instead of Donald Trump. And it wasn't even supposed to be a joke. If it was supposed to be a joke, it's not even that bad. Like, I mean, compared to the other stuff he said. But he said that by accident. I mean, oh my God. Give me a second. Donald Chump? Donald Chump? Donald Chump? Donald Chump? The situation did admit that comedy wasn't his game that night. But trust me, after that situation, there will be no situation where the situation's game is comedy. He did say one more thing. Now, bear with me. The last thing the situation said was, "Mr. Trump, I think you should run for president." I'm probably really mean. That's a stupid idea. Why the hell are you doing comedy? The situation. Listen to me, you no good, scum-sucking, smelly, poop-flinging, monkey-like, poor excuse for a human being. Never do comedy again. In fact, never do anything again. So, this is Phil Wilkinson signing off. And remember, kids, everybody's entitled to their opinion, except for Sarah Palin. And remember, when life gives you lemons, act.